Welcome to the Best Me podcast. Your best tomorrow starts today. I'm your host, Ellen Livingston. I believe showing up each and every day as the best version of myself doesn't happen on accident. It takes awareness and planning. On this podcast, I talk about planning for ways to improve my health, develop a sense of purpose in everyday life, and create meaningful connections so I can be the best me I can be. And so can you. Let's get started. Hey there, besties. It's me, Ellen. Today, I would like to share a quote with you that I just love. And when I looked it up to see who said it, it really was attributed to two different people. One was Immanuel Kant, who was a German philosopher. He lived from 1724 to 1804, or Alexander Chalmers, who lived from 1759 to 1834. Now, Alexander Chalmers was a Scottish-trained doctor who gave up medicine for journalism. And what the quote is, and I really think it might have been Chalmers that said it, but what he said was, "The three grand essentials of happiness are something to do, someone to love, and something to hope for." Now, this quote or some similar version of it pops up on social media a lot. So I would like to share with you my version of this quote. The key to happiness is pretty simple. Something to do, something to look forward to, and someone to love who loves you back. So it's not quite the same as the quotes from the 1700s, but it's my version of it. I know I talk a lot about happiness, but I truly believe that it is something we all want. And we want it for our children and the people that we care about. And sometimes we think being happy takes accomplishing great things or reaching a certain level of success in our careers, but it's really much simpler. And today, I want to quickly break down the grand essentials of happiness. So for me, the first key to happiness is something to do. Now, I know I've talked about this before. It's your purpose for getting up each and every day. But the importance of this can't be stressed enough. Having something to do each day is what gives us purpose and makes us truly happy. And like I've said before, it can be your job. And remember, you give your job meaning by giving your best each day, and knowing what you do and how you do it matters and contributes to our society. And like I've also said before, maybe it's not something you get a paycheck for that you do every single day. Maybe you take care of children or a home or you volunteer. Now, I don't mean you have to have some chore that you have to do every single day. We all need days off to relax. But even on days off from work, it is a good idea to plan on getting projects done around the house or maybe run errands that you need to get done. Because having a purpose makes us feel needed and like what we do matters. It makes us feel important and like we belong. I know it sounds really good to not have to go to work every day. And it would be great to be on vacation all the time. But in reality, not having anything to do each day, day after day, after a while, it would get old and boring, and it would make you feel like your life doesn't have any meaning or purpose. Seriously, after you get home from a long vacation, aren't you happy to be back at home? Even if you had a great vacation, aren't you really ready to get back into your old routine? I think most of us are. And having something to do doesn't even really have to be your job. It could also be a hobby that you love, such as gardening or painting or acting in your community theater or maybe sewing. Anything that lets you be creative and is meaningful, it creates happiness because it gives you something to do. Now, my second key to happiness was something to look forward to. And it's easy to understand how having something that you're looking forward to could make you happy. Looking forward to a big vacation is exciting. Planning how you're going to travel and where you're going to stay and what all you're going to do each day while you're on vacation is a lot of fun. And when you have something kind of big that you're looking forward to, like a destination vacation or a family reunion or just, any trip that you're planning to take, it builds anticipation and it can make you feel good and gives you a feeling of hope about the future. In fact, according to a 2010 study published in the Journal of Applied Research in Quality of Life, just planning or anticipating your trip can make you happier than actually taking it. In this study, while all vacationers enjoyed the pre-trip happiness, it found that people only experienced a boost in happiness for post-vacation if their trip was relaxing, not stressful or just neutral. And you guys, we've all had some kind of trip before where something was stressful on it. But all the vacationers experienced a boost in happiness while planning because they were looking forward to the good times ahead. This doesn't mean that looking forward to big events is the only thing that makes you happy. Having something small, like a coffee date with a friend on Saturday or something like that, or planning some downtime with a pizza and a good show on Netflix, can make you just as happy. It's all about feeling good about the future because you have something to look forward to. And that's what really makes you happy. And my final key to happiness was someone to love who loves you back. Now, I'm not just talking about romantic love. It could be a partner, but I'm also talking about your family, your friends, and even pets. Because when you love someone who loves you back, it makes you feel secure. It reduces anxiety and stress because it makes us feel like we aren't alone. And when I say alone, I mean it in a sense of feeling isolated, because you can live alone and still be greatly loved by friends and family, and you love them back too. Now, life, as we all know, has ups and downs. And just knowing you are loved and cared about by someone else in this world can make any burden easier. And having someone to love who loves you back gives us such a sense of connection and purpose. It makes us feel less lonely and less isolated. Honestly, it can get a little scary thinking about living in this world all alone. And just knowing that you've got friends or family or a partner who cares and loves you can make all the difference in how happy you are. And loving a pet can have the same effect, because if you're a pet owner, you know they love you back unconditionally. They are always happy to see you, and in my opinion, they make life so much better. In fact, I can't really imagine life without a dog or a cat. And this makes me think about that program that they have in some prisons where they allow inmates to have a pet. They're either a dog that they train and take care of, or they get a kitten. And these programs have a huge impact upon the inmates who participate, because what it does is it eases the feelings of isolation and loneliness and sadness. It helps with their low self-esteem. It promotes responsibility and empathy. And the inmates who participate in these programs are way less likely to reoffend when they are released. And really, guys, this is all because they have something to love who loves them back. And I think that's pretty powerful. So whether it was Immanuel Kant or Alexander Chalmers, whoever said it, those wise words spoken so long ago still ring true today. So I want to ask you, what do you have to do each day? What are you looking forward to? And who do you have that you love who loves you back? Because this is the key to happiness, and it truly is that simple. That's all I have for today, besties. Be kind, be positive, and be your best. And remember, small progress is still progress. Thanks for listening to the Best Me podcast. If you would like to make a comment, suggest a podcast topic, or just say hi, send me an email at bestmepodcast@gmail.com. I hope you'll join me next week as I continue to talk about how to be the best me I can be. This episode was edited by Adam Boatwright. If you need any help with music, audio and video editing, or digital arts, be sure and check him out at adamboatwright.com. That's ADAMBOATRIGHT.com.